Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at Ayinger Celebrator. Ayinger Celebrator is a dopplebock made in Germany. It's made, was it Munich? I think it's made in Munich. Well, it says Ayinger. I think it is in close to Munich, Germany, because it is part of, one of the few beers that is officially part of the Oktoberfest in Germany in October. And it has to be within a certain mile or kilometer radius of Munich. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. So this beer is a doppelbock. Doppelbock meaning double strength, a double bock. A bock meaning a strong beer. So usually it's above 5%. Doppelbock is usually anywhere above 6.5%. This one comes in at 6.7% alcohol. This is a 330 milliliter bottle, which is 11.2 ounces. This is what a lot of European beers is going to come with. It's a plain white cap, and it comes with a little plastic little trinket. It says Celebrator on it. So you can save these or give them to your children or nieces and nephews if they like stuff like that. Almost like it stands like a little chess piece and all. This is a very, very highly regarded beer. I want to thank, I have a friend from Springfield, Missouri. They gave this to me. They have it in their area. I cannot find this in Sedalia. The closest thing I can find is the Spaten Optimator. And then, trying to think, there's other doppelbocks from Germany that are very popular. I'm just having a hard time right now. I should have probably taken some notes, written it down. But anyway, it says Finest Bavarian Double Bock, Ayinger Brewery. I'm going to look at the Merchant de Vin website, which is who distributes Ayinger with a lot of other import brands. merchantdevin.com, and it says Ayinger Celebrator Doppelbock, rich classic Bavarian specialty lager, often consumed as a, that's what it says. The history of Celebrator Doppelbock. Doppelbocks, in quotations, double bocks, were probably first brewed in the 17th century, so a long time ago, by monks in Bavaria. A stronger version of Bock beers that originated in Einbeck, Germany. Doppelbocks are usually rich, malty lagers, usually dark colored. The names often end with the suffix ator. So Celebrator, Optimator. Oh, what's the one down in Louisiana? You're gonna kill me, Ron. Andygator, which is the brewery on Lake Pontchartrain. I can't think of it right now. I'm sorry. I'm dropping the ball on this one. I should have done the research. But yeah, and I actually can get the Andygator in my Abita. I'm sorry, Abita Brewing. I can get that in my area. It's a good one. It's not. This is more going to be. We're going to find out this is more of a dunkel. Andygator is a little more Helles, I think. Which Helles means bright, dunkel means dark. So taste, it says. Oh wait, actually, I need to finish this. Ayinger Celebrator is probably little changed from the Doppelbock first brewed in Ayinger in 1878. Ayinger's Doppelbock was once called Fortunator, but this global classic is called Celebrator around the world now. So originally called Fortunator. The taste is a rich, dark elixir, so probably a little thick, with cascading layers of malt complexity balanced by elegant hops. So this is not going to be a hop-forward beer. It's going to be a sweeter, malty beer. Very popular in the wintertime, and also I think around in the spring, people do it for Lent, which is not an ideal that I share personally, but some people give up something and they replace it with something else maybe. So serving suggestion. So food pairings, I guess. Pastries and desserts: roast goose, cured ham, smoked duck, wild turkey, filet with Dijon sauce, chanterelles, which is a mushroom, Tornadoes Rossini, I'm guessing that's a French or an Italian dish of some sort. Chateaubriand, which is definitely sounds French. Enjoy with a fine cigar after dinner. Served in a stemmed tumbler at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's warm. I cannot guarantee this is that warm, but this has sat out for a good while. So this is not ice cold. I've had this, my friend in Springfield gave this to me last year, probably in the summer. So I've had this for a few months, and I can't, there's really nothing on here. There's a stamp that says L8304. So I don't know what that means. That's it. That's all it has stamped on here. It has some stuff stamped on the glass down here, but it's more just serving size and stuff like that. But accolades. On ratebeer.com, it gets 100 points, so it's world class. Take that for what it's worth. Beer Advocate says it's 97. Yeah, all these are saying 5 stars. This is a, like I said at the very beginning, highly, highly regarded beer. I was fortunate enough, or thankful enough, to get this from a friend. I know it's not cheap, and it only comes in 4 packs. So 4 of these less than 12 ounce bottles is probably close to like 10 bucks, maybe a little bit more. So this is definitely not something I was going to have on a regular basis. This is definitely going to be a special occasion beer. Not so much a working class beer, but maybe a special occasion beer. So this is something you might have as a celebration, celebrator. 6.7% alcohol, 24 IBUs. So pretty low on the IBUs in comparison to the alcohol by volume. So it definitely tells you it's going to be very malty. Original gravity, I guess, is 1.074. I really don't know what that means. I need to do some research on what gravity means and what the ratings are on that. So calories, 260 calories. Yeah, pretty high in calories. 0 fat, so it's low fat. 23 grams of carbs. Wow. So it is double the carbs for a normal beer, maybe even more. 3 grams of protein, so you get a little protein out of it. But ingredients: water, barley malt, hops, yeast. This conforms to the Reinheitsgebot German purity law for brewing. Made this a long time ago for rationing grains. They used only barley malt for beers because it was considered actually an inferior grain for making bread and other sorts of baked goods. So they saved wheat and other grains and rye and things like that for making baked goods for rations for food. So barley was considered inferior for baking, but superior for brewing because it develops fermentation alcohol nicely. So they made a law at one point in time, which is not enforced anymore, but people like to tout it like they are traditional German brewing, which they've made way for wheat, possibly even rye, but no corn or rice, no other sorts of flavoring. You'll see other Belgium styles that have like coriander, and they use cane sugar and stuff like that for their beers. So what they said, a stemmed glass. I'm going to use this Stroh's glass. Stroh's is not highly regarded. It is a local beer up north around the Milwaukee area and Detroit, in the Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan area. So, but it fits the bill for the type of glass it needs to be served in. Sorry, this is a huge rundown of this beer, but I feel like it needs the attention. It's got the little thing on the back. You see that a lot in Oktoberfest, the German, like that blue and white checker shield. Protected geographical indication, so it's legit in Germany. So we're gonna give this a little pop. Got a little bit of smoke, but now got some little bubbles coming out the top. Yeah, smoke it's got some vapors coming out, so. Oh, it smells nice already. I might as well just put the Stroh's label out. Let's go for it. It's a neat glass. Did give it a nice clean. Oh man, that is dark. That is dark. Look at it cascading up. That's pretty. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at that. That is a dark tan head. Tight bubbles staying together, but the head's holding nicely. So something with a higher ABV can stand to be cellared for a while. It can be held in your fridge. If it's in a dark, dry place, if you want, wrap it up in a paper bag to protect it from light and you want to store it down in your basement. That's a good way to keep beer for a long time if you want to age it, if you have a barley wine or an imperial stout, anything along that lines that's higher in gravity. The thing is, doppelbocks are not ales. These are actually lagers. That's something that a lot of people don't understand the difference. This is a bottom fermenting, cold fermenting style beer lagers are in Germany. They put in the caves down, you know, in that alpine area in the Alps, whatever. And it is just conducive for lagering, which they could age it at a cold temperature and it wouldn't spoil. Ales are warm top fermenting yeast and they do it out in the open at a warmer temperature. So, but the fact that this is meant to be enjoyed at a higher temperature at 50 degrees, that's pretty warm when you think about a beverage. So, man, dark, dark brown. If I get up there in the light, there's some red notes, and it's fairly clear, but there's some, I can see some sediment, a little bit of sediment. So, I mean, it's not maybe perfectly, it may be filtered to an extent, but not all the way, and that may be the way they want it. The head's receding just slightly, but it's still got at least, what, 2 fingers ahead, and this is a fairly narrow glass. Let's give it a smell. Dark, dark bread, like really, like if you made homemade wheat bread and the crust gets a little dark on the outside, like if you had a real rustic loaf. Some people like that, when you like your crunchy outside. Yeah, it's like a crouton smell. Not garlicky or anything, just like plain toasted croutons. It's making me hungry, but there's sweetness to it. Obviously, you're gonna get that with a little higher ABV. Wow, yeah, this is checking off all the boxes so far. I can see why this is considered world class. I have had this before, but from the same friend that gave me a bottle. I would give their name, but I don't know if they want me to just belt it out on the internet. I would have to get their permission first, so I'm just being a little more vague about it. Apologies. But let's give it a taste. Let's see what this is all about. Wow. Yeah, that is superb. It's so malty, but not in, it's not off-putting or it's not sweet. I mean, it's sweet, but it's not like when I drink Hurricane or Steel Reserve or Four Loko or something like that sweet. It's nothing like that. This is sweet on its own merit. It's like, it's kind of like a molasses kind of thing, but not the sweetness of molasses, but just like that taste of molasses. How it sticks to the sides of your cheek back here by your jawbone a little bit. Kind of gets you a little bit back there. Yeah. You want to talk to people that talk about a malt burn, when you have a true all malt beer compared to an American lager, and they want to talk about that gamey malty burn that you get a little bit. This is definitely going to give that to you. It's all, man, it's just like, oh, I'm so proud of what it is. It's so malty. Yeah. You wouldn't want to drink this on a daily basis because it'd spoil the fun. You know, it'd ruin the effect. This is something to be celebrated. It's something to be enjoyed. Just something to look forward to every so often is that's what I get out of this. Yeah. Yeah. It's top shelf for sure. Yeah. So if you're in a bigger city, you're more than likely going to be able to find this, especially if you live near somewhere that touts a German community. We've got a small town outside of Sedalia called Kohlkamp, very German. So I think during the time of Oktoberfest, they have their celebration, and they get the distributors to bring in as much of the imported German beers as possible, and this is definitely one of them. So, something to get your goat, and something you can give your goat to somebody else that enjoys it. Wow, yeah. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video, and hopefully you have a chance to enjoy this beer if you ever come across it. If it's not something you're willing to spend money on, I understand, but maybe you can go in halves with someone else and you can split it two ways, 4 ways, whatever, and you can each enjoy just one bottle. Because I bet if they sell it as singles, it's going to be more than it is for a 4-pack. I mean, if you do the math, like 4 of them for a 4-pack, usually that's what they do. They upcharge you for singles. So if you can find it for a 4-pack, you want to split it just so you can say you've tried it. You know, if you have a German heritage, my mom's side of the family is German, so my dad's side of the family is English. So I've got 2 different types of beer that can mark my heritage. But thank you guys so much for watching me enjoy this beer. I hope I haven't been too long, but it needed the attention to really break this down, to talk about this style and how highly regarded this beer is. So this is Caleb, Working Class Beer Reviews. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments if you ever had it. Let me know any sort of feedback how I'm doing on this channel. And I will see you guys later.